Good morning, everyone, and happy June 1st, or sorry, June 3rd. Oh my gosh. Welcoming June for everyone. And my name is Tracy. I'm a psychic medium and a Reiki master. So I like to come here on Tuesday mornings at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 a.m. Atlantic Standard Time, and just do a little bit of free readings, a little bit of energy readings for subscribers. If you are new to the channel, you do have to subscribe, but just give it a minute and then you'll be able to put a comment. And if you are joining, just put a chat comment in the chat if you'd like me to do a reading. It's the energy feels very crisp and just feels like a very light energy today. So I think there might be some energy towards the week where we're going to go up and down, but I'll get into that later on. And I have some announcements I have some events coming up this week. So it's going to be a busy month for you guys and for myself as well. So if you're joining, just put a comment in the that if you want a card pulled. And I may also I'll pull a card and I'm going to talk about your energy as well, what chakra you're working on. All right. So good morning, Amanda. Yes, I will give you a reading. And when I do these readings, it's really for I'm asking your guardian angels, anyone, loved ones in spirit, what's the message for you? So for Amanda. Amanda, you're going to find the energy very still, but there's some abundance here coming on. There's a queen. So the Queen of Swords can represent like a business lady, very, very direct with her words. So this could be representative of a side. I feel like this might be a side of you that might be coming in, like the business and kind of speaking about what you want. And it's not that she's not she can be perceived as not emotional, but it's like she's like direct and it's like, no, this is what I want. So it's that type of energy. And then this is all about money and abundance coming in. It's almost like you're pulling in another revenue stream. So that's what I see with you. And it's all about with your energy, again, going to the throat chakra. So if you can incorporate some blues or even visualize blues, and it's all about you speaking that way, it's going to be a little bit of a energy shift. So that's what I'm seeing for you, Amanda. So I hope that's been helpful. Last week you said I'd be getting a new gift, and now you sense when people. Oh, you can sense when people are doing harm to you. So that's the energy you pulled. So you're going to put up a boundary. So that's the Queen of Swords, man. She comes in and she's like, nope, and there's no emotion. Well, I shouldn't say there's no emotion, but she's just very direct. So that's great. Keep using that energy and put up the boundaries. It's great to hear. All right, Susan. Good morning. A nice sunny day. A card would be lovely. Okay, perfect, Susan. Susan, there's a lot of creativity. When I look at your energy, there's a lot of sensual energy, creativity. You're working with your sacral energy. So I'm just going to pull energy here. Or card, sorry. Pull the energy. When you do readings, you do use a different part of your brain. It's a different frequency, so you mix up your words sometimes. So it's reading for Susan. Okay, so there's the King of Swords and a wish granted. I feel like this might be a father figure for you. I don't know if your father is here or in spirit, but there's some assistance. It feels like the male masculine, like the grandfather energy, or like a father or grandfather energy that's helping you achieve something here. So there's a wish that's going to be granted. I feel like Thursday is going to be a really productive day for you. So there's a male energy. I feel like more of the masculine, the father energy or grandfather energy that's helping you with achieving a wish. And it feels like it's something like very personal to you. It's like it's something that you've been working on and you're going to see some relief there. And that sacral energy with the creativity, like you might find yourself writing, exploring some of that side of yourself, because that will help open you up. So that's what I'm seeing for you, and I hope that's been helpful, Susan. So let's take a look here. I see some more people have joined. So if you're shy, don't worry about it. You can put a comment, or you can just watch whatever works for you. I will do a general reading for what's coming up in the week. The Guardians actually, I was meditating last night before bed, and they were telling me to talk about why we need to walk, because there's a physical, but there's also an energetic component. And it's not just about grounding, it's also about circulating that energy. So I will get into, I can actually talk about that now, unless, so if you're on here, just put a comment, but otherwise I'll talk about why it's so important that we walk and we move, we connect with nature, because that is where our true, like, what happens is we're in our homes, we're working, we're in the corporate world, or you're looking after people, or you're doing whatever you're doing. And when we go out in nature, what happens is it circulates the energy. So any stagnant energy, it helps move it around and pull it down into the earth. So that's why they're very, if you ever get a reading, they're all about get out for a walk, get out in nature, get out in nature. You'll hear that from a lot of intuitives, a lot of healers saying about that. Okay. Oh, Susan, thanks. You do an astrology write up every day. Oh, perfect. Susan, do you want to put that in the comment? Maybe a link to your astrology write up. Is that a public thing that you do? Because if that would be great, I would love to promote and support. We're all about supporting each other, because I think that would be helpful for people on this channel. But that's going back to the walking. That's why they were talking about it last night. So if you feel a little bit more pulled to go outside and walk more, particularly if the weather's nicer, and if you're in the northern hemisphere, definitely do that, and just visualize your energy. It's like your blood circulation, but the energy moving through your meridian lines, which are your energy lines in Chinese medicine. And when they go out to you can release through different ways, but visualize any energy that you don't need, or you outgrown or whatever, going out through your feet and into Mother Earth, and then the Mother Earth will take it and transform it. So if you could do that today, it's going to be really, really important this week. So I'm going to just see if there's anyone else, and then otherwise I'm going to go into a general reading about what to expect, because it is in the line. It is kind of like a continuation about the walking and connecting with the forest. They were doing some analogies. When you do meditation, sometimes the guardians will start talking about analogies, and which I appreciate, because they will, when you do meditation, they will use the language that you're used to, and try to present to you, so that you can kind of go, oh, that makes sense, right? Okay, so yes, is it Somar Lee Astrology? She talked about the planetary transits. Okay, perfect. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on, so it gets a little bit blurry. Is it okay? Samar Lee. So Samar Lee Astrology. So perfect. What I'll do is I'll post, if you post a link to that in the comment, and I'll also put that on my Facebook page. So I'm going to talk about events, and then we'll go into a general reading. So I will be, if you are in the Windsor area in Nova Scotia, I will be at a psychic fair at the Legion. So I'll post that link. It's this Saturday from 10 to 4. I'll be doing readings. I'm not sure if I'm going to do Reiki boost, so I'm just going to see what is needed and whatever you guys like. So I'll be doing readings and maybe Reiki boosts there. And then I will be on a podcast. So I'm making a TikTok podcast debut on this Saturday. This Friday at 5 p.m. Atlantic, 4 p.m. Eastern. So there's going to be some activities coming up in June. So June should be you're going to find the energy is going to be really, it's going to push. This is all about pushing you into your power. This is, if I could give you June a theme, it's going to be about pushing your to get you in to realize your power. So with that being said, I'm going to go into the reading for this week. It's this chakra that we're working with is all about our solar plex. Our solar plex, and I'm just going to stand up here, it's kind of like right below your belly button, but it's right around here. I always visualize a sunlight energy. And it's where our power is. It's where our confidence is. It's where our soul is. And when I was meditating last night, they were like, think of the base of a forest, the underneath of the forest. And that's where all the energy, that's where all the root systems talk. that's where a lot of the energy is, and that's where the wisdom is. The fungi, or we learn this in mushrooms, and the wisdom of the mushrooms, and in plant medicine. So when I was reflecting, or when I was meditating last night, they're like, it's really important that we nurture our gut health. I mean, people have been talking about like how important it is what we put in our body. It's a reflection, but really it's going to be very important this week that we take it easy on what we ingest. So there's going to be a lot, you might feel drawn towards vegetables, a lot of vegetable energy, and clean eating, lots of fluids. So just kind of keep an eye on what you eat this week, and see what foods. Some foods may irritate you more than others this week, just because there's a lot of solar plex energy. So that's what I'm seeing right now for it. So it's all about finding out how to empower yourself, and by eating good foods, taking good care of that gut health, and just kind of standing your ground a little bit more. So like if someone's trying to pull on your energy, or if you're kind of like, I don't know if I feel good, like let's say someone wants you to come out or help them with something, and it doesn't feel balanced and doesn't feel respected, kind of go, you know what, you can give yourself permission, go, no, I'm not going to do that, or I'm tied up with something else. You can put yourself first, if the energy's not balanced. Okay, so it's all about balance, solar plex, having your confidence, and taking care of yourself. So I hope that's been helpful, and I'll be back here next Tuesday. Bye for now.